guys, it's 5-time Knockouts champion Madison Rayne, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with the Queen Bee,
Yay!
Madison Rayne. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not really as mean as I am on TV. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I've been wanting to have you on the show for such a long time, and as soon as you were announced to be here at BCW, I was like, finally, this is gonna happen. So
I stalked you a little bit too and watched a lot. Actually, your interview with Josh back in Ottawa, he gave away on this show that I was going to be wrestling for Ring of Honor, and it had not yet been announced. So I was like, ah! It was okay, but I had no idea that he was going to say that. So
you kind of popped a little bit inside as well? You're like,
yes.
Oh, now everyone knows.
Well, the internet kind of like grabbed at it a little bit too, and I was like, I can't respond to this right now. Thanks, Josh.
But just speaking to Woman of Honor, we saw you within that, and then also the Knockouts tournament that recently took place.
Yeah.
You just like showing up everywhere and not telling anybody, do you?
Yeah, that's kind of my new thing. Like everybody's got their thing or their gimmick, and clearly this many years in, I've realized that now mine is just popping in wherever I want to be. Yeah.
You just like surprising people? Is that what it comes down to?
Yeah, and it's also I spent so many years at Impact, and I'm so grateful for every single second that I was there and continue to be. But I got into that little bubble of comfort with those same girls, and I didn't do much outside of that for the longest time. So now that I'm having the opportunities that I am, and I'm getting to go out and wrestle all of these girls who I've seen at Shimmer or seen on YouTube in different matches. It's fun for me to get out there and kind of like mix it up with these girls, because by shaking it up a little bit, I'm learning again.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you always need to be a student of the game in something like wrestling. So that's really exciting for me, and it's reignited something in me too.
Has bursting that bubble come easy for you? Kind of like meeting these new faces and just going out of your comfort zone?
Has it been easy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so, because I mean I've been very well received everywhere I've gone. I've not had one bad experience. I mean, I guess over the course of the years I've had a couple, but generally speaking, my time in wrestling has been amazing, and everyone has received me so well, especially in the last year since I've been going here and there and everywhere and not really telling anyone when I'm going to show up.
You never know where she's going to show up.
You never know.
You really don't.
No, that's okay. I like it that way.
Well, just speaking to Impact, it was so exciting to see your return.
Oh my gosh.
I do have to ask, are your eyes set on that championship right now, or the Knockouts championship? What are your thoughts on
Always.
that?
Now let me tell you, I've got this like urge, this nagging urge that won't go away to claim the Knockouts championship again, because the design and the way that the title looks now in my 5 title reigns, I never had the championship that looks the way that it does right now. So I need that. I feel like I need that to complete my collection.
Plus 6-time Knockouts champion sounds
record tying.
Pretty good.
Yeah, with Gail Kim and Angelina Love, I would be a record tying 6-time Knockouts champion.
I'm sure that'd feel pretty
soon.
good.
Soon.
Ooh, soon. Okay. I love
Mark
the
my
confidence.
words. Yeah.
Well,
More news breaking here about me.
I have some tweets from you here that I'd love to hear a bit more about.
From me?
From you.
Ooh, okay.
I love following you on Twitter, 'cause some of the stuff really gets to me. I enjoy it. So I'd love to hear a bit more. So the first one that you wrote is, when I grow up, I want to be a judge on Food Network baking shows.
Oh my gosh.
Because I read that and was like,
so true.
Me too.
That's so true. Let me tell you, like, in my house, we don't sit down and watch a lot of TV, because like life is just busy, and I like it that way. I've also got a daughter who controls the TV most of the time, but the one thing like everyone in the family can agree on is that Monday nights we currently watch Kids Baking Championship.
Okay.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm looking at those judges going, I could totally do your job.
Me too.
I could totally
Every time.
do it.
Like holiday bake. Do you watch the holiday ones
Yes.
too? They're
Yes.
the best. Like, I look at Jeff Goldman, I'm like, I can eat that cake.
And the holidays, like, that's when you're supposed to eat all that stuff.
Exactly.
So you could be a judge on that show and not even feel guilty.
Do you feel like you'd have a gimmick as a judge? Or would you just stuff your face?
Oh, I would just eat.
Okay.
I would just eat, and you're like, that's good.
You know, sometimes they're like kind of snooty, and they're like, I don't know about this. Like,
Yeah,
almost
and-
like, you know, Lorraine on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I don't know all of, like, the baking terms. Like, I don't know what a what pat a shoe dough is or anything. I just know what's good in my mouth.
Exactly. That's all we need.
Yeah, they need a judge that doesn't know all of the proper words.
Absolutely.
They just know, like, is it good or is it not good?
Yep.
That's me.
Food Network.
Food Network.
You got
Shout
two
out.
people right here.
Hashtag new judges.
The other tweet that I have here is, the contestants on Bachelor learn to wrestle. I'm sure my friends and I could have given a few pointers beyond face paint and tiger costumes. Maybe next time.
Well, I mean, I was half joking. But wrestling has been my life, my entire adult life. And I understand that it's television, it's scripted television, and I love the show, obviously. I watch it, or I wouldn't have known that they were learning to wrestle. But sometimes it might grind my gears just a little bit when people essentially make fun of wrestling and, like, make it too hokey and too character-esque. And to anybody who truly honestly feels that way, I would just challenge them to spend a week in our shoes. But that tweet about The Bachelor was more joking than serious, because I'm obsessed with the show. That is one of my guilty pleasures that I will sit down and watch weekly.
Because I know before the camera started rolling, we were kind of talking about Disney a little bit. So you find you're watching a lot of Disney films, or is it more so soundtracks? What's the
It's
deal with
everything. It's absolutely everything. I mean, all of my fans and most wrestling fans know that I do have a daughter, and she controls the television, she controls the radio, and so I know nearly every lyric to every recent Disney soundtrack, and I say that with no shame, no shame whatsoever. I will dance around the living room to any song that she wants, but one thing that I thought was super cool, we took her to the movie theater to see the new Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
And then when we got home and I was explaining to her that when I was little, there was actually a cartoon, Beauty and the Beast, and I put it on the TV, it blew her mind. That was really cool.
That's adorable.
I was the coolest mom ever in that moment.
Got some good points there?
Yep. Good mommy point.
Well, you said how you like to Netflix and chill, but literally?
Literally. Yes. And I say that, like... I've said that, and my husband's like, "That's not,
you know what
like,
that means.
That's not a thing that you say." I'm like, "No, I don't know what, like, the kids are saying or what they mean by that, or I do, but it's literally not. I mean, like, I want to lay on the couch in big sweatpants, watch Netflix, and chill."
Is there anything you've been binging lately?
A lot of baking shows. I'm actually more Hulu than Netflix right now, because they have, like, the Hulu TV, and you can watch, like, that's how I watch The Bachelor the next day. I don't know electronics. I just know that I can turn it on and watch certain things.
Hulu and chill. That's all that matters.
Yes, Hulu and chill. I've created a new thing, and it's literally what it sounds like.
Outside of wrestling, you're also a really big hockey fan. Like, a lot of photographs of you seeing hockey.
Well, that's a recent turn of events. So, funny story, my oldest brother, when I was growing up, was a massive Detroit Red Wings fan.
Okay.
And I just never jumped on that. His love for wrestling is what actually made me love wrestling. I used to watch it with him when I was little. And same thing with baseball. We're both huge Chicago Cubs fans. But hockey was just something, like, that I never connected with him on. And then as I've gotten older, and I lived in Nashville last year when the Predators just did so well, and the whole city, just everyone became a hockey fan if they weren't already. And then I went to my first hockey match. What's the
game, I think.
Okay, we'll go with game.
I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah, we'll go confidently with game. I fell in love with it. Absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm really excited to start down this journey of being a hockey fan.
You think you're going to go to a lot more games?
100%.
I had to think about that, games matches.
I know.
Games.
You guys could tweet us and, like, tell us exactly what.
I'm Canadian. Like, this is bad.
Yeah, shame on you.
Right?
You should definitely know this. I should know all things baseball, but yeah. Shame. The funny thing is, though, when I went to the said hockey game match, as a wrestler, you would think that when the guys would, like, get into the little fights, that I would be like, yeah, get him. But I'm, like, cringing. Like,
really?
oh, God, don't. Oh, no, don't. Yeah. So I'm, like, the most fun fan for everyone else around me to watch because I'm selling everything that they're doing.
Naturally, I love that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, let's wrap things up. I do want to bring it to the fans. Is there anything you want to say to all of those viewing? Because you have an amazing fan base.
Oh my gosh, I have an absolutely amazing, loyal fan base. And I mean, what else is there to say besides thank you guys for giving me the long, successful career that I've had? You know, we as wrestlers can't do what we do without the fans.
Absolutely.
And I know that sounds so corny, but it's the truth. Like, we don't get to do any of this and see the world and call this our career without the fans. So I'm just eternally grateful for the life that you guys have given me, and then by default also given to my family. So thank you.
As a fan sitting right next to you, I want to say thank you so much for joining me today.
That was so much fun. Thank you.
I'm excited for round 2, hopefully in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Round 2
Awesome.
soon.
And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogget.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.